Hey fam, thank you guys so much for joining me today in the kitchen, my favorite place to be. So you guys know this week we are talking about thinking outside of the box. So today we're going to do some thinking outside of the box cooking with, guess what? Yes, with a waffle iron. So today you guys, we are going to be making waffle iron pizzas. So let's get started. Okay, just like any pizza that you're making for yourself at home, you choose your toppings and the things that you want to go in your pizza. So I'm just going to bring you guys along with what I'm going to be putting in mine. So we're going to get started by cooking a little bit of chicken andouille sausage. And we're frying up a little bit of this chicken andouille sausage. So our sausage are all cooked and ready to go. So let me show you guys what else I'm going to be putting into my waffle iron pizza. So we have our chicken andouille sausage, we have our provolone and mozzarella cheese, we have some Italian spices with fennel, and we have some turkey pepperoni. And last but not least, for our dough, you can use pizza dough, but today I chose to use croissants. And now let's get started rolling out our crust and stuffing it. Next, we'll add just a little bit of flour, dust it here so we can roll out our dough and fill it. We'll simply just pull our croissants out. I'm going to divide them in half here. We'll take half of the dough and use that first. We're actually just going to take half of the roll of croissants and we're just going to kind of mesh that together. And the reason we're doing that, if you saw before, there were those little perforated edges. We don't want any of our ingredients to seep through and burn. So we're actually just going to blend this and we're just going to roll it out. Okay, so here's the deal. You want to make sure that you're stretching your dough out, whatever you're using, if you're using pizza dough or croissants like myself, making sure it's thin enough so that when we press the waffle iron together, that it's able to cook the dough and not leave it too rubbery. So make sure it's stretched out thin enough for that, but not too thin for everything to just ooze out of there when we're cooking it. So let's get started filling the dough. So it's going to be really simple and easy, you guys. So we have our dough already. Whatever toppings you decide to add is great. I was thinking about adding pineapple to go along with my sausage and pepperoni, but I'm just going to do pepperoni, sausage, and the provolone and mozzarella cheese. Just start with filling it up with cheese in the middle. Next, we're just going to add a little bit of our Italian spices. Look at that. And we're trying to keep everything in the center of the dough because we're going to need those edges to fold over to make kind of like our dough ball that we're trying to make. Next, I'm going to add my turkey pepperoni. Lovely. It's coming along well. Then I'm going to add my andouille sausage. Oh, this is looking great, you guys. Awesome. So just to seal the deal, sprinkle a little bit more cheese on top just to kind of get it blended all together. So when we get ready to pull those edges around. Okay, fam, before we start folding over the edges and getting our kind of pizza ball done, let's go ahead and start preheating the waffle iron. And then we'll come back to folding up these edges. And just make sure that your waffle iron is turned on like medium heat. I'm not sure what kind of waffle iron you have. Mine has numbers, so they go 1 through 6. So I'm gonna turn mine on like 3.5, just to give it that time to cook and not cook too fast where my dough is cooked, but all my ingredients on the inside aren't blended together well. Spray with a little cooking spray, the bottom and the top. So while we have the waffle iron heating up, we're gonna go ahead and just pull in our edges of our dough and kind of fold this in, kind of pinching it together as we go. See? Kind of like a little pocket there. So look at this, you guys. We got our dough all sealed up and ready to go into our waffle iron. So we're just gonna put our filled dough right into our waffle iron here. We're just gonna press that close. And I have a rotating waffle iron, so I'm gonna rotate mine. And then we'll just wait for the ready light to come on. Okay, you guys, while we're waiting on our pizza waffle to finish cooking, let's go ahead and make us some sauce so that we can dip our pizza in when it's ready. Guys, you are welcome to use pizza sauce. Of course, I love putting a little twist on things. And one of the reasons I like using spaghetti sauce, at least the brand that I buy, it's a little thicker and chunkier. I purposely bought the chunky spaghetti sauce. It just gives the whole dish a more robust and rustic flavor with those chunky tomatoes and onions and things. So that's what I'm going to be using. Just going to heat a little bit of that up in the microwave. Okay, you guys ready for the big reveal? Let's flip this baby over. It's ready. Yay! Ooh, look at there. A little melted cheese, but oh my gosh, that looks so awesome. Can you guys see that? It looks just like a waffle. Let's go ahead and pull this baby out. All of our ingredients are in there. Gooey cheese. Let's plate it. So I sprinkled it with the little cheese as we took it out of the waffle iron. Just a little bit on top. Just use your standard pizza cutter. You can use a knife if you want to, but the pizza cutter will make it just a little more easy for you and be able to divide it up into the waffle squares. And now we're gonna add our sauce. And you guys know what time it is. It's taste testing time. Smell-o-vision. Can you smell it? It smells so good. So let's dig in. It looks delicious. Just make sure that your sauce is not too hot for your mouth when you start dunking. So let's try. You guys know I do a little dance when the food's really good. Okay, you guys, I can taste the fennel. I can taste those Italian spices, the smokiness from the andouille sausage, the pepperoni. Oh my gosh, it blended together so well. And the crust, or the outside of the waffle, is pretty crusty, which is really good. But then when you bite into it, it's really super moist with all that moisture getting trapped in from the waffle iron. Just delicious. 1 minute. As I always say, Mama gave us better manners than that. Can't talk with your mouth full. So thank you for that moment. But anyway, you guys, thank you so much for joining me for some out of the box cooking this week. This was great. I hope you get to try it at home as well. It's super easy, and it would also make a great appetizer for events that you're having or just little small gatherings with friends. But anyway, thank you guys so much for your time and joining me in my favorite place, the kitchen. And I will see you guys next time, okay? Bye-bye.